tell that you big mad. Cause I've been doing things that you big can't. And we be keeping bitches with a big ass. Making big moves that make big cash. Now you can tell I got big clout. I smile so big while your big pout. And now you talking big with your big mouth. Now I'ma have to show you what we big about.
What's up, everyone? That was our longest dance yet. I want to keep pushing the envelope when it comes to dancing in the intro. I want to get to like 30 minutes one day. Guys, welcome to the We Out Here MMA show. I'm your boy, Gilbert. We got... We also got...
Nick.
Okay, that guy doesn't really have that much to do with that. It's okay, because he's wearing a golf hat in an MMA show right now.
Ooh. Come on, baby.
He thinks he's
Phil
the
Mickelson.
Oh, I think you're going to say Tiger Woods.
Bro,
like
played out, dude. Phil Mickelson. Come on,
Wait,
baby.
have you played golf before?
I like going to the driving range. That's about it.
Cool, so he doesn't play golf. Alex, do you play golf?
I don't.
I have played golf multiple times with my papa. My dad golfs a lot. My papa?
Who's your papa, though?
His name is like David Acosta or something.
David Acosta. I remember I played 9 holes one time, and I got bored at like round hole 3, so I just kind of called it.
No, real life golf is fun, bro. It's fun for real. No cap, on God, no cap.
I suck at it, so it's like, what are you gonna
That's
do?
true.
What are you gonna do?
Hey, guys, let's stop talking about golf. Who brought this up? Okay, because he's wearing a golf hat. Alex currently is right now at the UFC Apex. Alex, what is it like in the UFC Apex?
It's real cool. I'm just here trying to help clean up the mats. As you can tell, they're a little dirty, but fighters look ready. I got to see a couple of the fighters right now, talk to them about their game plans. Everybody looks really good. Shahbazyan looks on point. Derek Brunson's coming in here with a vengeance, bro. So it's going to be a good fight.
But what about you not following the COVID guidelines?
Yeah, there's so many people there. What's going on?
Basically what it is I allowed people in here to watch me clean just because, the crowd helps me clean better. You know what I'm saying? So
open media workout.
open media clean out. You know what I'm saying? They're going to watch me clean.
Yeah.
They help me if I miss something. And then if I scoop over something good, everybody cheers. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just get to the fight recap. No recap. Last fight we had was the Whitaker vs.Till fight card at UFC Fight Island. Yas Island. Oh, wow, guys. What a fight. I thought
Great
someone
fight.
would get knocked out, but it was a decision that went into the way of Whitaker. People were saying, I think, that it was a very lopsided fight or like a 4-1. I'm like, bro, that's a close fight. That's a 48-47. I called that a chess match. Guys, what was your take on the last fight of Fight Island?
Me personally, I did have it 4-1. I gave Till the first round, and I gave Whitaker all the other rounds.
Really? You
Not
got
even
a
the fourth.
4-1?
Not even the fourth.
Not even the 5th round.
Or 5th round, yes. Fifth round.
No, of course not the 5th. Robert Whitaker took him down like 10 times in the 5th round. Rewatch the fights, my guy. You guys watch the fights,
but,
right?
But let's talk about damage, my guy. Let's talk about damage in that 5th round.
Whitaker
he opened up in that 5th round.
But Whitaker landed more shots in the 5th round as well, too. And more significant strides in the 5th round, too.
Well, here's what's up. So the scorecard obviously was 48-47. Almost every judge scored. They all have the same scorecard. Basically, first round to Till, round 2 and 3 to Whitaker, 4th round to Till, and 5th round to Whitaker. Every single card.
Interesting. I did feel when I was watching that, you could give the 4th round to Till, but in my eyes, I was like, I don't know if the judges are gonna give that to him. But 5th round, I feel like that was his biggest moment. But then again, the takedowns were there. I don't know. What do I know?
Alex, why did Whitaker win?
I think after the first round, after he got rocked, he changed his game plan from just jumping in. He was smart with all the leg kicks, hurt Darren Till's knee. I think it, like they said, it was a chess match. I think he just outstruck him by points. That was it. He landed more shots every single round, especially when they brought up the metric. Dude, the red bar was like this, and the blue bar was like this. Like
especially in the 2nd round.
Whitaker landed so much more than him. So that's why, to me, every single round, I'm like, all right, nothing like crazy really happened. So if you're going to go based off of strikes, Whitaker won the round. So that's why I had one, obviously, because Darren Till actually dropped him. So I'm like, okay, so that's Till's round no matter what. But every other round, so like it was so close, and I was just like, all right, well, Whitaker has this round in my eyes because he outlanded him more. It was kind of like, in the sense, almost kind of like not too crazy of a fight because they were so good at striking that they were playing like, not safe, but they had to be so smart with what they were choosing to strike with. So like I remember at one point too, and it was so quiet. I was like, damn, it's like, I don't know what they're doing. There's one point where they're just standing there and shit like that, but I'm like, I know because they're both so good. If one person makes a mistake, you know, one of them's going to get knocked out, which Robert Whitaker made a mistake in the first round, almost did.
So a lot of controversy around this fight too. Not, I wouldn't say controversy, but people were discussing the implementation of a oblique kick to the knee. Nick, how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I go back and forth on it. Like I said, it's a part of the game, so people have to adjust to it, right? But the other thing though too is until we yeah, whoa, dude. Until we see a lot more injuries, until we see a lot more injuries and people getting taken out of the sport for like a year because of it, then you're probably gonna start to see a shift. But until then, I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, they can be really dangerous, but out of all the times that they're thrown, you really don't yield that big of a result either. So it's kind of like until people start really getting injured, that's when they're going to probably take it out.
Earlier today, though, Nick was, before this podcast, Nick was talking about how it should be out of the fight game.
I was like, get rid of them.
That it hurts people.
Hey, well, my whole thing is like, if someone's in an arm bar, like that's just as dangerous to me, right? If they crank their elbow inwards and break their elbow.
But they tap.
Hey, Alex, Nick is shaking his head. I think that means no. Go ahead, Nick.
I know. Nick never agrees
cool.
with
Drink
me,
water.
bro.
Drink water in the middle of a show. Go ahead.
I do agree with you.
No, I think it's just as dangerous. If you can tap, but I mean, there's people like what's his name? That one fool that got kicked out of the UFC for it. Or if you don't tap quick enough, I mean, you know, they're cranking it. It's not like I think at jiu-jitsu tournaments you're not supposed to like crank them right or some shit. Like that's what they ask.
But
that's about Paul Harris.
That's why he's not in the UFC anymore, and that's why everyone kind of thinks he's a dick, you know. So it's like that shit follows you no matter what.
Yeah. But I just feel like everything is pretty dangerous, like elbows to the head. I mean, elbows to the head aren't gonna like damage something like that, but I feel like an arm bar, like you know, some of these submissions that if they get cranked and you know you don't tap fast enough, it can be just as damaging to a kick. Where I mean, like DC said, I'm sure you can just learn how to check it, right? Or I'm sure there's a way to check it or get around from it.
How do you feel about guys grabbing other guys' butts in the cage?
Now that I'm all in for, baby.
We Out Here MMA podcast.
What's it called again? Oil check? Oil checking?
Yeah, oil check. Yeah.
Yeah, oil check.
Hey, for a layman, what is an oil check? I have no idea what that is.
I don't know how to explain it, but like you're pretty much trying to pull someone's hip off you, and sometimes you know you need to grab right in the middle, and then you start stuffing the hips and things like that. But I don't know, man. I've never done it.
No, is this a real jiu-jitsu thing?
No, it's like a wrestling thing. It's really popular in like wrestlers. Like a lot of wrestlers do it.
Also in West Hollywood as well. All right, guys. So the next fight I want to just touch on before I move on to this week's fight is, I don't know. How about we just play this clip?
Now Gustafson's coming in at heavyweight. He's knocking out Fabricio Werdum in the first round. I'm calling it right now.
Wow. Hey, Alex, do you still think Gustafson is going to be the heavyweight champ?
Yes.
Hey, look at my face.
Hey, look at my face. Yet. I do.
Guys, what happened? Guys, so shut up. You guys were so sold on the fact that Gustafson was going to pick apart Werdum.
Hey, he kind of was a little bit until he got taken down. Until he got taken down.
Dude, you're ruining your room. Stop it.
Hey, dude,
it's the fight game, bro. Things happen, dog. Like the potential for different outcomes are so varied, you know. So that's just how the fight game goes, man. That's what happens when you fight at a high level, bro. You make one mistake, and there goes the fight.
Yeah, but
against a guy like Werdum, you know, the potential of always getting subbed is always there.
Is it? Because you said there was no potential. Once again, replay the video.
So I got Gustafson on this one. Can I just say this? You're only as good as your last fight.
You said that last week.
I did. And Werdum is going to be the world heavyweight champ, dude.
Hey, all I'm saying about Werdum is he looked a little too
good, bro.
But he looked a little too jacked for me compared to his last fight. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Wow, are you saying that
He's on
Werdum
Nick-
is on PEDs.
Oh, I thought you were saying Werdum was on the Nick the Ear programming, which you can check out at nickdunn.com.
NickTheEar.com.
No, but for real,
Hey,
he looked in shape. But here's the thing, right? For someone that's been popped for PEDs before and like straight up, he got suspended for 2 years, and then you come back and he looked like he was not in shape at all, and then all of a sudden his next fight he looks like in top notch shape. There's always going to be that question now, especially as someone who's experienced and knows a little bit about those types of drugs. There's always going to be a question in my head.
Why are you so experienced though? Why are you so experienced?
Because I took testosterone.
Oh, wow.
No, but no, he looked good. I think like what Nick said, it's like, bro, that was the one way he was gonna win. I mean, Verdum's good at it, man. He did it. I think Gustafsson did look good on the feet. Like he was landing a couple.
He
things.
looked great.
He landed a couple things, and then that takedown just right when he got taken down, I was like, oh fuck. Yeah.
He's a former champ. As much as we want to like take that away from him or kind of like shit on him for his fight against Olenek,
You took it away.
Yeah, we did. And you know what, dude? I said it. I own it, and it is what it is, bro.
Look at your camera and talk. Hey, both of you, look at your camera and talk to Werdum right now.
I love you, Werdum.
Please don't murder me. Thank you. But you know what's crazy though is like the important thing here is that styles make fights. You get a guy high level grappler fights a guy like Gustafsson who's primarily a striker. That's what's gonna happen. He took the path to victory. You know.
Also, Olenek looks 35,000 years old, and Werdum looked like 50 years old. So probably.
Yeah. Maybe the winner of that should fight Shogun or Little Nog.
Oh my God, bro.
Let's not even talk about that fight. Let's just say it happened.
It was
the rubber match we've always wanted happened.
Hey, it was kind of a cool fight, to be honest.
People think that Lil Nog won. What do you guys think?
I don't care. Well, we have a lot of winners. We have a lot of losers. So why not play matchmaker? The first fight I want to talk about is Darren Till. He lost to Robert Whitaker. A very close match. Still very young. People love him. He has a whole country behind him. Has that kind of Pacquiao effect or a McGregor effect that he literally has a fan base automatically built into him. Nick, what do you think happens with Till?
Well, here's the thing. If we're trying to build up Till, I feel like you got to give him someone a little lower on the rankings, right? Give him a chance. Like, honestly, I feel like if I know Araya and Yoel, they agreed to fight, but nothing is official yet. But I would like to see, like in my mind, perfect world, I would say Araya Hall, Darren Till. That's a good fight. Araya Hall is always dangerous, and he's always like when you beat a guy like Araya Hall, that's a great win, right?
He's a good stand-up fighter. It's great.
Exactly. And if Araya beats Darren Till, then it's like, oh man, then we're playing ball here. But he's booked with Yoel, so I don't know. So I think you either give him the winner of Shahbazyan and Brunson, or you give him a guy like Marvin Vettori. I think that's a good fight for him.
Well, that's a good one too.
I think that's a good fight for him.
I disagree with your first one, just because you shouldn't give them a winner if he just lost the fight.
It's a win-win situation, I think. You get a guy like a Darren Till that beats a young star like Shahbazyan. Mm-hmm. That looks good on him. And then if Shahbazyan beats a guy like Till, it puts his stock skyrockets. And that's what you want for a new contender going at 185.
Alex, tell me about Robert Whitaker, the winner of the Darren Till fight. Looked good. Looked really good. Also, like Darren Till has got a whole country behind him that's ready for him to go on another run. Think of it two ways. What's a fight you want to see that would really showcase the skills, full gamut of his skills? And also, what is the smartest business decision for him to give him the best chance of trying to jump back up into the international scene?
Well, first, I put my ring on too. So I can be like Nick.
They already.
You know what I'm saying? I think Whitaker should probably fight. Like I know because he's right up there for the title, but obviously you have Costa and Izzy fighting for the title. I think he should fight Jerry Cannonier because I think Jerry Cannonier just Jack Hermanson just fought and just submitted Kelvin Gastelum. He probably deserves a title shot too. So I think honestly. I think Hermanson should get it after whoever wins the Izzy and Costa fight. I think Robert Whitaker should probably do one more and fight Jerry Cannonier. And then Hermanson fights the winner of that, and then whoever wins Jerry Cannonier and Whitaker fights whoever's the champion after that fight as well too. And then the losers of the like if Hermanson loses the title and if Jerry Cannonier loses, then they fight. You see what I'm saying?
I'll be honest, Nick. When Alex said, "You know what I'm saying," and touched his fingers, I didn't know what he was saying.
I was like, I do.
I was like,
sign me up. That's what I thought.
That's interesting that you said Cannonier before. I'm surprised you wouldn't just say let Robert Whitaker just fight like Hermanson right away, because that's like a hot name right now. Cannonier, like I feel like it's kind of is he all coming off an injury and he's kind of like forgotten right now?
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Like I feel like Hermanson probably has a bigger name, but I mean Cannonier did knock out Hermanson, so like
I think Cannonier's a tougher fight.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Yes.
Yeah,
100%. I think yes. But if you want to kind of like fast track Whitaker, I would say make him fight Hermanson, because I feel like Hermanson he got his name from not his name, but like his stock rose pretty high when he beat Kelvin, right? They're both hot right now. Make them fight Cannonier. I feel like you could make the case that Cannonier's next for Izzy Costa.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, like what Alex said, like you could literally mix match anybody and it makes sense, because the fights are just they're going to be good to watch.
In my perfect world, I think it should be Whitaker, Cannonier, and then I think it should be Till Hermanson. That's what I think.
I like that.
Yeah, I would love if someone that doesn't understand MMA watching this segment right now is probably like, are they just saying words?
Hermanson, Till,
Hill, Whitaker, Costa, Romero. Guys, Werdum, right? Werdum. This is what happens for him. You tell me if this is not a good idea. He finished out his contract. He's done now. I originally said he's going to go to ONE FC and fight out there. I actually think he goes to Bellator. And then, fuck it. He still goes to ONE FC. Fedor finds a way to go to UFC or ONE FC, and they fight in Asia and finish out the careers. Think about that. Think about the audience in that market for those two guys. They don't care that they're old. They don't care that they're like not at their prime. That's a huge fight in Asia. I say Werdum fights Fedor as his next big money fight.
Yeah,
honestly, I think because the heavyweight champion over there is Bader. I think Werdum could probably beat Bader.
Yes, I think that's a good fight. That's a great fight.
He could beat Bader. To me, it's not exciting. Bader, like, I'm sorry, when you talk about Darth Vader, I'm never like, oh, I can't wait for that fight.
Hey, shout out my AZ homie.
Jabs and has skinny legs.
Yeah, I think he should go to Bellator, and I think he beats Ryan Bader if they fight. So I think he should go there and fight for that title. Because I mean, obviously, he's not gonna be able to ever. I mean, if Werdum fought Ngannou, I mean, his head's flying off, right? So it's like there's no reason for him to stay there.
I don't know, dude. Imagine if he takes that fool down. That'd be pretty crazy.
Look at, I want everyone to take notice of these two dummy bandwagon fans over here right now. All of a sudden, Werdum's the greatest heavyweight in our generation.
Dog, would you say Francis Ngannou's takedown defense is better than Alexander Gustafsson's?
No.
Yes.
Maybe for the first minute because he's so strong. Maybe for the first minute, but I think after that first minute, probably not, because he's that. I feel like
you're saying like for 60 seconds.
Ngannou's strong, so like he would just use brute strength to not get taken down. But I mean, that's not gonna be able to work the whole fight, right? But
honestly, I don't even know what to think anymore. All my picks have gone to shit.
Hey, cut to montage
of all my wrong picks.
Bro, I swear, before we did this podcast, I was getting like 10 out of 12 fights. 10 out of.
Not a podcast. It's a show, Alex.
After the show,
also your screen's blurry. Why is your screen blurry?
I don't know, bro.
Can you refocus your camera?
But ever since we've been doing the show, bro, I've been getting like 3 fights right, bro. It's not even funny.
Oh my god! And where did you get that drink?
Sponsored by Yoshinoya.
Give me your really quick, guys. From Matchmaker, the last one. It's a fight that took 2 fights. I think he had beat the record in 2 days. Cosmo?
10 days.
Hamazat.
Alex, you first.
Hey, man.
I mean, this is a really important one for the UFC. They really got to decide what to do with this guy, because they got to just kind of usher him correctly. Like, do you take him slow? Do you just jump him up to top 10 or top 15? Alex, give me your version of what should happen with him next.
All right, so for him, for someone like this that's rushing in, that has a big name, and obviously you can see they're promoting him, usually I feel like they do it too quick, and you don't really know if this guy has skill. But to me, for him to take a short notice fight at 185 and literally dismantle someone there, and then 10 days later go to his actual weight class and straight up dismantle another person, obviously we know he's really good. So I feel like they probably want to build him up pretty well. I was looking at the rankings today, and Anthony Pettis is ranked number 15. Anthony Pettis is a champ. He's been a champ before. He has a big name. I think that's probably like a fight that he should take, because I think he could probably win that fight. It's a good fight for him, I think, and it's a big name. That guy is good, bro. I think he's probably going to be your champ here soon, like in the next year or two.
Well, I'd be careful when Alex says someone's going to be the champ. Just everyone be cautious.
Alexander Gustafsson's going to be the champ, in the next UFC. I'm calling it too. I got your back, Alex.
Hey, this weekend, Alex, Gustafson's champ.
You know what makes me sad when you were talking about that fight? It's like he's so good that putting him against someone like Anthony Pettis is already saying, Anthony, we're really using you for your name. Dude, and your career is done. It makes me so sad, even though I agree with you, but it's like, yeah, it's the end of the road for Pettis. And for the longest time, that was my guy of like, he was the champion forever.
Bowed down to Pettis, dude. He was the man.
He basically became a Roger Huerta. Like,
I don't dude. That's a crazy comparison. Because
I just hope they do that. I just hope they don't give him Cowboy, because Cowboy will fight everybody, and I know Cowboy still fights at 170, and that's a big name. So I'd rather them do Pettis instead of Cowboy. You know,
make Pettis the new Cowboy, basically.
Yeah. Can I give you guys? This is my dream world. Okay.
This is yours for say his name one more time.
Hamazat. Okay.
Hamazat.
If I could be UFC matchmaker, I would say Jeff Neal Magny, you're not fighting anymore. Jeff Neal, Hamazat. See, because I feel like Jeff Neal, if he were to fight Anthony Pettis and Donald Cerrone, I feel like he'd beat them. That's just me. That's how I feel.
Jeff Neal beats them.
Jeff Neal beats them. Mm-hmm. I feel Jeff Neal, he's the dark horse of 170, and he's slowly kind of rising. I say you put him against a guy like that and see what happens, dude. Because, either way for both of those guys, winner either way. Yeah. But because he's booked, I say you give him a guy like – he was calling out Damian Maia, which would be I say so happy
that would be my pick. I say you give him straight up Damian Maia, get him a big name, and have him just put a blanket over him.
Because Damian Maia is so good and so dangerous off his back. It would be a fantasy. Yeah, he is. It's a fantasy matchup to watch both those guys fight. And styles clash, because styles make fights, and you want to watch a really great jiu-jitsu guy fight a guy with really good top pressure and amazing ground and pound.
All right, guys. Well, that was our matchmaker. Those are the kind of the paths we see for a lot of these fighters. Anyways, guys, we're running out of time, so let's get to our quick picks, but make them kind of quick.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So our main event is Derek Brunson and Edmund Shahbazyan. We have Derek Brunson, who's basically like I'm not going to say journeyman, but he's been around the block. He's a vet. He's been there.
He's coming off 2 wins, so, put some respect on his name.
2 wins, big fight. 2 wins compared to Edmund's 12-fight win streak. So, guys, what do you have?
Quick. I'll do mine quick. Edmund Shahbazyan's going to finish Brunson in the first round.
I think so, too.
You guys both going head kick?
Yeah, I think TKO.
Cleaner shots.
Yeah, I think TKO. He's going to punch him, and then just on the floor, boom, boom, boom. Ref's going to stop it. First round.
That's interesting, because I have Brunson winning by decision.
Wow. You know what? I changed mine. I'm going Brunson by decision.
Because I get nervous. I would say this. I get nervous when fighters go on long-ass win streaks. And I'm just like, and you're in a main event now? And I'm like, there's something about the vet that's like, oh, he's on a 2-fight win streak. He doesn't care if he really loses. So, I don't know. I'm saying Derek Brunson decision. All right, guys. Second fight, women's flyweight fight. One of my favorite fighters, actually. I love her story. I think she's so sweet, and she's fucking scary. Joanne Calderwood versus Jennifer Maia.
I think Joanne Calderwood's going to win a decision this one. I think she'll decision it out. The other girl's tough, so I think she'll decision it out.
I think Joanne has more skills for the most part. I think Maia's coming off a loss against Shahbazyan.
Caitlin, yeah.
So I think I'll
that name one more time, Nick.
I'll go JoJo.
Yeah, but say that name one more time, Nick.
Shahbazyan.
But yeah, say it slower.
Shahbazyan. Like that?
Yeah,
That's pretty good, right?
That's
What about you? What about you, Gil? Who you got?
Hey, what about you, you freaking idiot? I'm going to go Caitlin Kuchugian by decision. That's what Gil's going to say. Fuck
No,
you,
I'm gonna
dude.
go Jennifer Maya. I'm gonna tell you why. I love Joanne Calderwood, but there is something. If you watch a lot of her embeddeds and her just kind of follow her story, I really feel terrible for her. I feel like she struggles with a lot of self doubt, and she does have. I mean, if you listen to her story, it's like she's always. It's kind of like Rose early on in her career. Just cannot pull the trigger. Does not believe in herself. I don't even know who this Jennifer Maya guy is, but I just think that
Girl.
Damian Maya's wife that he married.
I don't know who this Damien Maya Jennifer Maya woman is. But I'm gonna have to go with Joanne beating herself on this one. Actually,
Wow.
surprisingly.
You know what? I think that's a good pick. Hey, Gil, you're good, man.
Stop.
You're good.
Stop. 'Cause
I didn't
just wanna
change anything. I'm going JoJo, baby. I'm going
Stop pulling
but
the same. You keep changing your pen. Pick one.
I did it, but this is the same pen.
Here we go. Welterweight fight guy. I think we all like this fight. Vincent Luque and Randy Brown.
Got Randy Brown on this. I think he's a young up-and-comer. Luque kind of gets hit a lot. Luque is great, but his last couple fights, I didn't like how much he got hit. And I feel like you give a chance like that to a guy like Randy Brown, he's going to put you out. But Luque did fight higher competition, higher level guys. So I think it's a 50-50, but I'm going Randy Brown.
I'll keep mine short. I think Vicente Luque is probably gonna finish Randy Brown in like round 2.
Lando Venata and Bobby Green. What a
Such a good fight.
Both guys, huge fans. I really thought both these guys would skyrocket during their rise, and it just hasn't happened for them. It sucks. Venata, what a killer working with Gibson. I mean, that guy can strike like crazy. And then
He's
Green,
amazing.
I love Green's just like it's almost like a Diaz type of like just boxing in your face nonstop. Who do you guys got?
Last time I went against Bobby Green because I was like, he's a little, I feel like older, and I just didn't really see him doing too well, and he was fighting Clay Guida, who was doing fine. But I think watching his last fight, he looked, to me, I was like, yo, he looks good. Like I did not expect him to look this good. And Lando Venata's kind of like hit and miss, I feel like. Sometimes he can show up and do really good. And I just feel like if I'm going to pick on somebody, I'm going to have to go Bobby Green, because the way he looked in his last fight, he looked really good. And then Venata is just so hit and miss for me that I feel more confident saying that Bobby Green is going to come in and do work, because I feel like maybe Bobby Green's hungry. He has like a new type of hunger that he's coming in and trying to prove a point.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he wins the decision.
Nice.
I think Lando Venata is one of those guys that he fights to the level of the competition. So he shows up to the guys that are high level, and he fights really well. But Bobby Green looked really good in his last fight. I like Bobby Green a lot, so I'm going to go Bobby Green.
Ooh, there you go. And I'm going to go with the draw. Like their first fight.
Hey, straight up, bro. It could again, bro.
It's one of those fights. Like, you just kind of don't know. Guys, what is your fight of the night for this? Who's going to have the best performance, breakout performance? Out of all the fighters, one fighter. And also, who cooks the best macaroni and cheese? Just based on, like, what you know about them.
Okay, macaroni and cheese. I'm going to go with JoJo Calderwood.
Yeah, she got that Scottish flavor.
Yeah. Like, she knows how to mix and match flavors. I don't know.
Oh, that almost sounds racist. I'm going to let that slide. But it seemed like a racial comment towards the Scottish people.
Yeah,
Alex,
I said it.
Wait, you have Joanne as a standout as well?
No, best mac and cheese.
But then what about your standout breakout performance?
I'm going to skip that one. Go ahead, Alex.
Okay.
Take that one.
Go ahead, Alex.
So standout performance, it's hard because like Gerald Mershart is on the card, and I think he's kind of like on a little run. He just beat Deron Wynn. He beat other couple guys. He's gonna look pretty good. I think the standout. I think the fight of the night's gonna be Lando and Bobby Green. I think the standout. I have Vicente Luque winning, but I think that's going to be a fight that whoever wins that is going to be the standout. Because if Randy Brown can put it together and win, I think it's going to be like a good, like, oh damn, Randy Brown's for real. Yeah. I mean, the other two fights, I kind of feel like I'm expecting who I chose to win so highly that it's not going to be like a standout to me.
There you go, guys. And then mac and cheese.
Edmund Shahbazyan.
Bro, you already know. Hey, no racism or nothing. No cap. You know
Yeah, not
my
like
boy.
Nick.
You know my boy Bobby Green can put down on that mac and cheese, bro.
I went with the safe answer. I went with the PC answer. I wanted to say Bobby Green the whole time.
Obviously,
what's up.
Alex is just speaking truth.
If we had a
Guys,
chow
we have-
mein cook-off, you guys would know who you'd pick.
Yeah,
Jojo Calderwood.
No, Caitlin Kachugahan.
Oh shit, hey, bro.
Guys, that was our show today. We Out Here MMA podcast with myself, Gilbert, with Alex, Lift Got Acosta, with Nick, the ear done. Guys, where can we find you? Anything else you want to announce? Is there a Twitch out there? Is there a website out there? Go.
LIFFGODD on everything, including Twitch.
Ooh. And you can find me at Nick the Ear on Instagram and YouTube. And my website, nicktheear.com.
Yeah, you guys got it.
Yeah.
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 Herb Dean,
yeah.
let's go. Herb Dean.
Damn. I could tell Urban's big mad.
Cause I've been doing things big cash. And we be keeping bitches with a big ass. Making big moves that make big cash. Now you can tell I got big